old. And if you consider yourself wise in years, this is going to make you feel really old because then your kids probably play with these. So the list for the National Toy Hall of Fame is out for the finalists. It includes, yes. So I think every year they comprise 12 finalists to be inducted into the National Toy Hall of Fame, which they'll decide who gets inducted later in November. I think November 9th is the one. But these are your finalists. It would be interesting to know if you played with any of these growing up. So let's see. You've got bingo. Did you play bingo?
Oh, yeah.
Bop It.
Definitely.
So explain that.
Bop It is a little electronic contraption made of hard plastic that has different functions and a speaker. And the speaker, once you begin the game, tells you which function to utilize on it. So you've got Bop It, which is the big button. You've got Twist It, which is the little yellow bugle-looking thing. And you've got Pull It, which is the little, I think it's a blue tab that you have to pull out of it. I think those were the only three in the original, but then it got a little wonky because they added wings to it and you had more functions you had to compete with.
So you played with that. I had a Cabbage Patch doll, Cabbage Patch Kids.
Well, I
guess
never
that's
owned
different.
a Bop It, but there was one at the church that we played with.
And then apparently Choose Your Own Adventure books. I'm not sure about that one. You know that one?
Yeah.
Did you have a better childhood than me?
Possibly.
Okay, well, what was so special about them?
Choose Your Own Adventure book was a way, it's an analog video game. You get to decide the outcome of the story based on your choices. So you read to, say, page 17. And then on page 17, you'll have choices. So say it's the story of the Three Little Pigs, and you get to the first house, and you'll have the choice of the big bad wolf of, does the big bad wolf huff and puff, or does the big bad wolf go to the grocery store? If the big bad wolf huff and puffs, turn the page. If the big bad wolf goes to the grocery store, turn to page 37. And
every children's book should be that way. Like every story that we know should have, like, come back and have that for options for you, so you can learn that choices matter. Was that kind of the thing for it?
Kinda. I mean, there were more advanced Choose Your Own Adventure books that they got a little in-depth and a little dark because you did have some choices where they made it into a game where if you made the wrong decision, the book ended. The character you were following died. The story was over.
They weren't afraid to tell you that, were they?
Right.
Who's the guy who started with taking celebrities out and trying to put them through those Bear Grylls? He's got a series. I think it's on Netflix or one of the streaming platforms, and you do that. So he goes out on an adventure, and then he'll come up against something dangerous. I can't remember the name of it. Say, it's a lion, and it's like, do I run and jump in the sea, or not sea, wouldn't be sea, a river, or do I climb a mountain? And then you get to sort of choose, and then obviously he talks you through why that would have been the right choice or why it would have ended, and that's a lot of fun. So I feel like it kind of took. Okay, I want to find those. Do they still make them?
It's a text-based adventure.
I think that would be really cool. Okay, one I finally know. I knew bingo. I knew Cabbage Patch Kids. And these are being inducted into the Toy Hall of Fame if you're just joining us here on Good Things. Connect 4. Connect 4 is now old enough to be in the Toy Hall of Fames. And I think it is a rite of passage to be the Connect 4 winner in your house. It is, you learn tic-tac-toe, and then you move on up in the world of Connect 4. And my oldest, Nebug, she is a Connect 4 queen. I don't know why it connects.
Got all the right strats.
She's got all the right strategies. And there's a big one there at Margaritaville in Biloxi that you can play. And she gets bragging rights till we go back of beating her dad. And just about anybody else who will go toe-to-toe with her with Connect 4, she's pretty good. It's all about strategy, and got to know when to get it in first in that way. Okay, the Cozy Coupe, the Little Tykes Cozy Coupe.
Little red and yellow car.
With the eyes, I think it's got the eyes and then the feet pedal. There's somebody listening to Good Things that their little cozy coop is now faded because of the sun, and it has been through possibly 2 to 3 generations of children. Like there are grandparents who had that for their kids and stuck it back, knowing that it was made well, and then their grandkids are playing with the same little cozy coop that their parents played with. That's how sturdy they made those when they first came out.
Oh yeah, I mean the cozy coop is so iconic that you have people that are grown adults that have purchased the smart car, the little teeny tiny car, and they have painted or wrapped them to look like cozy coops.
That's interesting. Okay, other one on here. Nerf toys. Did you have a Nerf gun?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't.
Or Nerf football. Those were the best. You could actually throw those.
Because it had the little tail thing, because it caught to make it go.
It pretty much made it spiral instead of having to know how to throw a spiral.
I mean, I think I have operated a Nerf gun or toy before. I've never owned one, but I didn't have boys either. But I feel like every kid, it's ingrained on what to do if you see one. They pick it up and they just start. You have a little Nerf things. Some of you
have Nerf guns for playing in the house. I mean, that was I believe the original idea for the Nerf ball was just a little squishy foam ball that you could throw inside the house and not break something. And it just branched off from there into other soft toys that could be played with indoors, because you have Nerf guns that you can have shoot them up in the house. You got the Nerf football that, unless you have the one with the tail on it, you can throw them around inside relatively safely. So you have Nerf for indoors or when it's too cold, and you got super soakers for when it's hot outside.
And they're all fun.
Oh, yeah.
Until you're the one that's picking up, you're the parent that's picking up all the little Nerf, you don't call them bullets. Darts. Or you're running them over.
What is they called? The speed? No, what is it? They have some name for the little yellow balls that they have that are also ammunition, but the balls don't go in the dart guns and the darts don't go in the ball gun.
It's like with chargers. There should be a universal charger for all cell phones. There should be universal ammunition for all Nerf guns. So all parents can just go, amen.
Well, you saw the news about Apple, right?
I think,
the new iPhone doesn't have an iPhone charger anymore.
Oh,
it's got a USB-C.
Shoo. What does that mean?
It's the universal charger.
I don't understand. So
it's the USB-C is the upgraded version of a USB port. It's smaller and it doesn't have to be put in a certain way. It can go either way.
So
the new iPhone has that instead of an iPhone charger.
But you're still gonna have to buy it.
Oh yeah.
Or when you upgrade, if all you've got are your other ones, it's a conspiracy. There, I said it. They have a Connect 4 Championship League. What age can you start it? That's going to get intense. I mean, I guess it's kind of like with chess, but then at the same time, just a little bit more. And like, Connect 4 is so simplified that it would be interesting. It almost comes down to who gets to move first, right? Maybe.
In the same way with tic-tac-toe.
So I wonder if you flip a coin to see who gets to move first. Now I've got questions. I feel like my daughter could be a world champion. She at least try. Make us proud. Connect 4 world champion. All right, don't you disconnect. We got more for you coming up next. Rounding out the 12, toys that are going to be the finalists for this year's Hall of Fame, which I didn't realize the National Toy Hall of Fame is turning 25. There's been toys around for a long time. Why are we just only 2.5 decades from Hall of Faming them? I figured that would have been 50 years or more. So it feels like there's going to be a lot of toys that get left out. There's one, and the last one, that I am just, I'm not okay with. Why are we doing this? Why are we putting this in the Hall of Fame? We are encouraging this nonsense, and I'm just not here for it. And I could give you 4 guesses, and any mother listening to this right now is screaming it out. I know you are. Slime. Why? Why would you put slime in the Toy Hall of Fame? There is not anything good that comes from bringing slime into the house. Nothing. It's going to cause a fight. It's either cause a fight between the 2 siblings who don't have enough slime for one another, or it's going to cause a fight between sibling and said parent when slime gets somewhere slime's not supposed to be. Slime always gets somewhere slime is not supposed to be. And if said kid's playing, figure out how to get away from playing it, then so many days are removed and parent comes in, finds slime, can't get mad at which kid because now we don't know who to blame it on, but still slime always finds it somewhere where it was supposed to be. And in case y'all didn't know, it doesn't come out. I love the meme that's like, I would go to the ends of the earth for my kid. I would give my life for my child, but I will never buy them slime. And I will not. I will not buy them slime. If you buy them slime, I'm so sorry. Your money just went to the trash can because I find it's going in the trash. Like, that is how much I hate slime. It's not even fun outside. It ruins your concrete. It doesn't even come up with and someone's like, she is such a buzzkill. Why are you so like
In defense of slime.
No.
I think it's been around a little longer than the current iteration
Absolutely
of slime.
not. Nope. Mm-mm.
Because if you go back to the 80s and early 90s, Nickelodeon slime was a big deal.
That is true. You got
with
slime.
the green slime. And then after that, you still had all the same kind of textural play with your hands stuff. I'm at a loss. I'm trying to remember the name. Was it GAC? Was the slime stuff in the 90s? And then you had Floam, which had the little foam balls in it and you could
all bad ideas.
You could make the fart noise if you pushed it the right way.
But did it like get on everything and not come back up?
I don't think those were nearly
ruin
as
your shirt and your T-shirt. I mean, that's the thing. Like, even if your kids don't gack the first slime, someone said, even if it, like today's cheap slime that comes in little things and it's wiggly till it comes out. But even if your kids drop it on their shoe or drop it on their shirt, because what 9-year-old's not going to do that with something like that? It's not coming out. And I feel like, I don't know, somebody that hates us, parents, created this and sent it into, and kids love it. I mean, it's a good time. There's a whole thing. People were buying glue up for all kinds of reasons that weren't nefarious. It was just to buy slime, to make slime at home and with the glitter and all the things. And I get it, whatever, but not in my house. That's like a hard line.
It's the logical extension of what was once silly putty.
But at least, you know what I miss? When you talk about putty, and it was really back when you were bored and you didn't have anything else to do, and you got out of, you get it at the dentist's office when you get out of a little thing for getting your teeth cleaned or whatever it may be, but you could lay it over words and then pull it back and you would have like the words there, and you did nothing with it other than, that was cool, and then you would ball it back up and then roll it back out, and it would just bring back up whatever was there.
And the electronic equivalent of that was the Talk Boy, made popular by Home Alone 2. You put a cassette in it, pull a little microphone out, you can record all kind of stuff. You're never going to use those recordings.
Ever.
You're never going to do anything with them, but you recorded it.
But you could do it. You could totally do it. Someone texted David and Jackson, said, use your Nerf guns for marital disputes. He said it's really hard to stay mad at each other if you're sitting there trying to Nerf it out about...
Nerf or nothing.
Nerf or nothing. You could grout tile with slime. Y'all, it's even, so my oldest knows now, like if we go to a birthday party, hey parents, PSA, don't invite me to your party if your little to-go pack is going to have slime in it, because I'm going to have crying kids when we walk out and they can't have one. And even now, Neely will tell EJ, Mama's not going to let you bring that home. I'm not. You may get in the car for that as far as it, I've put out, and that, it's gotten better because so many people were, have, sort of bounced back on it because it does ruin things, but it should not go in the Hall of Fame. I'm waiting with bated breath on November 9th. Who cares who wins the elections? Who makes the finalists for the Toy Hall of Fame? If slime makes it, I am revolting. Not really.
Grab your torch and pitchforks. We're going to the Hall of Fame.
We're going to the Hall of Fame. Slime cannot be moralized as a toy we all loved and endured. We endured it all right, but loved it not so much. All right, stick with us. We got more for you up next. You got the boys with Sports Talk from 3 to 6. Ryno and I will meet you back here tomorrow at 2, but until then, I hope you all find time